What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Bad Batch Roundtable. Tonight we're talking episode 15, The Return to Kamino. I've got most of my people here tonight. Welcome back, Danny. Great to see you. We missed you last week.
Glad to be back.
Before we get into tonight's episode, I'm going to make a small little observation that I missed from last week after seeing a couple of videos and my own ignorances. These TK troopers that we're seeing, if anybody hasn't noticed, it's the original concept that Ralph McQuarrie put out for the Stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Which was integrated and used not fully, but somewhat for the clone troopers. So it's like a hybrid of the two.
Yeah, right.
Because George Lucas liked the design, but they wanted something that, I guess it was something about the way it worked when they were designing them or making them practically that it was harder to do or something. But he didn't want to go outright and copy it for the clones. But now that they have this chance, that's kind of cool that they are doing that. I like I like it.
Yeah, so do I. But before we get started, I'm going to go around the panel, let everybody introduce themselves and let them know where they can be found. Danny, if you would please start for us.
I am Danny, aka Comic Chat. You can find me Monday nights on my channel, also on Khaos Central channel. On my show is called Chaotic Conversation. Usually ask 5 to 6 questions. You talk about 10 minutes on each. I'll be back tomorrow night, ready to go. And glad to be here. Ready to go ahead and break this down.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. Chris.
Sure.
Yes. The real. My son just came in and wanted to show me something.
Oh, okay.
Real Review 3000, that's my channel, of course, here at Khaos Central. Check out both of those. And right now, my big thing that I'm pushing for is 50 followers on Twitch. If you guys are on Twitch, go over there. Just look up the Real Review 3000 on Twitch and follow me over there. I got 2 days to hit 50. I doubt I will because I'm at 31 right now. But if I got there, I'd be greatly surprised and happy about it. But other than that, same old gaming streams, reviews, and stuff like that. We're going to be getting back to some stuff. Probably this Monday, I'll be getting some videos out. And we got the return of the Unmasking of the Masked Singer coming up. Gospel According to Chris. This week, we've got the Rumble coming up. And we've got things are going to be getting back to normal, I think. I hope. Knock on wood. Anyways, thank you for having me again, JJ.
Oh, no, thank you. Next, we got the Basco Scenario. Guys Car, man. Let them know where we can find you at.
You can find me on the Basco Scenario on YouTube, skis_75 on Twitch. You can also find me Basco Scenario on Twitter and Basco Scenario on Instagram. And you can also find me now on my show that I'm going to be pumping out once a week called Cockpit Conversations, where I'll have random guests on, as well as my buddy Ryan, where it's always interesting and funny, the shit that comes out of our conversations. So yeah, apparently it's doing pretty well and people like it, so I'm going to run with it.
Awesome. Next, we got the fan man himself, Nindroid243. Why don't you let everybody know where they can find you at?
Alrighty. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, where over there, this upcoming week is the Galactic Chat season finale of the tournament. So, yeah, we have 4 great knowledge Star Wars fans, and we're going to see which one can actually win over there.
And Jason, your camera's all sorts of wonky.
Yeah. What I have going on?
Be like, yo, man, we don't need to see that.
Yeah, I wasn't on. I just got here. I was out.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sorry, Nindroid. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just go check me out there, and thank you, JJ, for having me here.
Oh man, no, thank you for being here. It's the least I can say. You guys put up with me enough, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Jason, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you at?
Oh, what's going on? 1 second, JJ. I didn't see. Jason Lee Tucker. Jason Lee Tucker statement. We talk about some indie wrestling, pop culture, Star Wars, different things. The guy usually, Eric, usually have a show with. He's going to an indie show tonight, so we're probably gonna have a stream in the next few days to how the show was and all that. So probably check it out Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday this coming week. I got a good day for him to stream. So something coming up. If not, I have some good videos to pop up there where he was at. So, and JJ, appreciate letting him come in tonight.
Yeah, man. No problem. Thank you for being here. And last but not least, we got Dr. Evil himself, the Oscinator. What's going on, man? How you doing? Or not.
Uh-oh. He's giving you the silent treatment.
What's that?
Oh, hey, what's going on? There you are.
Sorry,
How you doing,
my
man?
net was cutting out. Oh,
Okay.
work sucks.
Welcome to the real.
Going through the day.
Welcome to the world.
Oh, did you have a chance to see the episode?
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, like normal, we're just gonna go. Did you? Sorry, my brain has just farted. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's all Chris's fault. No, continue, please. I misspoke.
Well, I mean, I got a channel, but like I said, right now with shit going on, I don't know. Just at this point, if I do a stream, I do a stream. Not just check me out wherever and just subscribe to everybody. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me on, JJ.
All right, man. Thank you for being here. I know you wore out, but thank you for being here. All right, like normal, what we're going to do, we're going to go around the panel and ask our questions about the episode. And first off, Danny, what was your overall thoughts about this episode?
I watched this episode for the first time probably about 3 hours ago, and I really liked it. I think everybody here on the stream was talking about more Crosshair. Well, we got Crosshair, and we found out a real nice little treat that it wasn't the inhibitor chip, it was him. So that kind of really threw me for a loop, and he was pissed off because it didn't come back for him. So that makes sheds new light to this whole thing about the inhibitor chip. But I really like this, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to end it. Very good episode. Dave Filoni, he kind of really, I don't know, bait the switch be the proper name for this, but I didn't see the fact that Crosshair didn't have an inhibitor chip anymore. I didn't really see that coming. So it's a nice little twist and surprise. So I'm happy with it. Good episode.
Awesome. All right, Chris?
I would have to agree with those sentiments. It was very interesting the direction they went with it. I'll have to go back, and this is something that a good show makes you do. Is now I have to go back and watch the episode where they did put him in to supposedly amp up the inhibitor chip, because they never made reference that there was none there. Now I understand you can omit that, you cannot show that. So I have to go back and look, but this was probably one of the best, if not the best episode so far. I love the visuals. I love the motion, the movement of the whole, what's going on, the story, everything was great. Really good episode.
Awesome. Guys, Car.
I think until now, it's the best episode that we got from beginning to end. It was consistent. The cinematics, echoing everything that Chris and Danny said. You know, the whole interaction between Crosshair and Hunter, just loved it.
Okay. All right. Jason.
Really good episode. Like pretty much echo Chris, Danny, and Gaskar. I mean, it was probably one of the best so far. It felt like Star Wars. It was a real, at the end was a cliffhanger right there at the end. I was surprised they didn't put this episode the last one, because that really would have been a really hell of a cliffhanger for the last episode. The only thing I thought was at the beginning, I was surprised they didn't go back and get help or a little more help or something. That was the only thing I was a little surprised. It was like rushed there. It was pretty much right after the end. They were right after him. I figured they would get Sid or somebody else would be going with them. But yeah, besides that, I mean, it was really good. A really good episode.
Awesome. Nindroid.
I felt like this episode was a very great episode. I'm gonna echo everyone with Crosshair. He was easily the best thing. Also, some of the reveals that Omega said about with that one chamber, that was really good, as well as everything. One huge thing that I love about Star Wars is just what George Lucas even said. It's like poetry. It rhymes. It repeats itself. That's what we got with this episode, with the whole Bad Batch versus the Dark Troopers prototypes again. So, I really liked it, and yeah, that's really it.
Okay. All right. Austinator.
This episode was fire. This episode was easily the best episode thus far. It definitely left a really nice cliffhanger for the season finale. And just overall, the visuals looked great. I'll go more into what I liked, when we talk about what we, more specifics. But just that ending with, like, the Star Destroyers coming out, like, just visually, just this entire episode was great. The interactions between the characters were well executed. Just everything worked. So that's all I gotta say. This episode was absolutely amazing.
Awesome. And yeah, I gotta pretty much echo everybody else, man. So far, almost everything that I've mentioned is come to pass in one way or another. Because I have mentioned on several occasions that the Empire does wipe out the
Kamino.
No. I'm just keeping it simple. They wipe out the cloners. The cloners. The long neck cloners. There we go. But to answer something that you were just talking about, Chris, by going back and looking at the episode, yes, they did in fact amp up his chip. But if you remember when they were on Braxis, Crosshair got injured.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the chip came out after that.
Maybe.
Because the impact he sustained could have damaged the chip.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, all right, great. All right, we're gonna move around what we liked about the episode. Danny, light us up, man.
I definitely like the reveal, because I always was on the mindset that it was the inhibitor chip, but come to find out that it wasn't. That was just his personality, which I could see. I like the fact how we didn't know until the words came out of his mouth when he said that I'm going to give you a chance, something that you didn't give me. I really like that. I like the fact that Hunter could have left him there to die, but he chose him not to. And he took him with him, so that may be some kind of road to them reconciling, and maybe possibly being allies. Maybe I don't think he's gonna go back with them, but maybe because Hunter and the guys save him, maybe he kind of like Rex and do his own little thing, and then when they need him, they can call him. Because we saw how well they still work together whenever those droids came out and they had to defend themselves. I don't know. There's a lot of good things I liked on this. I don't know what they're gonna do with Omega because I haven't recalled seeing her in EU or in canon. So I don't know if that is this canon now. Is she gonna be a part of it going into the future? How is it going to affect Boba Fett? I don't think we're going to see Boba Fett in this series. I think that was the talk at one time a few shows back. I don't think that's going to happen. But like I said, very good episode. I think this probably is my favorite episode as far as action. I wasn't bored or lulled in any shape, form, or fashion during the entire episode. So I am definitely ready to see how next week's going to pan out.
Okay, awesome. Chris.
I just like the whole. I mean, they showed us things that we didn't see. I mean, I like the fact that there were secret passageways that were kept off of records. I think the interaction between all of them was really, really strong and worked out really well. As far as Crosshair went, I mean, I felt like something like this was going to happen, just not like this, not exact to this. So I was happy with the way they did basically him not necessarily saving them to save them, but to saving them to show, hey, I'm going to do what you guys didn't do. Then I don't know. I think that they are going to keep Crosshair with them, but man, I'd say the best thing about this was the visuals, the storyline, because it worked really well and it threw enough twists into it. That was really interesting. I also like that it's a cliffhanger. We know we got one more. I don't think they're going to kill him. We've already discussed the fact that JJ that they've greenlit the second season. So they're not going to kill him. You know this, but I want to see how they get out of it. So I like that cliffhanger element, but that's some of the stuff I liked.
Okay, cool. Guys, Car.
Oh man, I have to say, from this episode, I actually enjoyed Omega. In this episode, like she brought something tactical to the whole infiltration of Kamino, right? She knew about the tunnels, the special the landing pad that was in the middle of nowhere, the room, the reveal about the room that's where they were, where the clone troopers 99 were made and enhanced, and it was specific to that room where she was created. So that was cool to see and hear, right? Because there's, it's a secret lab. It wasn't a lab that the Republic knew about, right? It was, I forgot the woman's name, the cloner. I keep forgetting it. What's her name there? Austin?
Mistress Longneck.
Mistress Longneck, exactly. Let's go with that. So yeah, so that I really enjoyed that. The other thing I loved was the interaction between Hunter and Crosshair, that whole back and forth, about the reveal. But I don't know if it's so much a reveal. Maybe the chip is still there, but he gives in. I don't know. We'll find out for 100%, I guess, moving forward. But the whole fact that that's what Crosshair wants to do. That's his purpose. He doesn't see himself as what Hunter's trying to do. Be a parent. On the run. That's not what they were programmed to do. And Hunter is a stickler and wants to prove the Empire that he is still valuable to them, even though he doesn't see what the Empire truly revealed in this episode, which was they shipped all the clone troopers off-world and they were going to destroy the whole facility, right? And that brings me to the other thing that I really enjoyed was the fact of the cinematography before the bombardment, right? You saw the Star Destroyers coming out of the clouds. You saw the cut scenes of the empty facilities, their old dorm room where it was empty, the cloning tubes empty, and then you got, unleash the hell from the ships, the cannon fodder and how it ended. It was just amazing. There's more stuff that I liked in between it, but overall those were the key moments that I really enjoyed.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Jason.
Pretty much what Gaskar and Chris is saying. Like, cinematography was like really excellent with the starter stories. Where the ending was excellent. I mean, like I said, that would have been a hell of a way to go into season 2. You know, if they would have did that way. But I'm hoping it's the last one is that you know, a cliffhanger like that also. But like I enjoyed that little robot when Omega and the little robot was in the tunnels. They were setting up the troopers and all that. So there's a little humor there and all that. I mean, everything. I mean, from the beginning to the end. I mean, only thing I said, it would seem like it could have added a little. You know, I thought they was going to get like some extra help, but everything was really good. Especially the Crosshair. I mean, you know, that you know, what he was saying, that you could like feel the feelings, like he felt that he was abandoned, and and he still cared for his brothers and all that. So it was, it was a really good story and good episode.
Okay. Awesome. Nindroid.
Okay, first, this feels like Star Wars, just plain period. I loved that, yes, the looks, everything, the animation is at its highest, just like the last arc of Season 7 of the Clone Wars. And one huge thing, and it's a very small thing, the Kamino theme made its return in this episode. Just like where Obi-Wan first came in contact to Kamino and all that, and attacked the clones. That music choice was brought back for this, and I really enjoyed that. Crosshair overall, his whole character was great. I love that the plot twist that he removed his chip and all of that, probably after episode 9, actually. Also, I loved the Omega reveal. It makes us question really how old Omega is. Like, was she there while the Bad Batch was created? Like, it raises many questions, but very interesting. I love that the prototype Dark Troopers returned. The droid that helped Omega was the same one who helped, I'm pretty sure his name was Tup in season 6 of the Clone Wars. That, like he with Order 66 and all that. So yeah. And overall, this episode was just great. Very well done.
Wait a minute. Order 66. You mean season 7?
Well, no. With do you remember in season 6 that one clone trooper?
Oh yeah.
Happened and all of that. That's the same
yeah.
droid which helped him. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Alternator.
Well, one of the major things I did like is that with this episode, it feels like everything came full circle in a sense, where you see where the Bad Batch or Clone Force 99, they were created, and you see Omega's like birth, chamber in a sense, like the chamber where they were originated from, and then when you see Kamino, like you see the visual shots of like the locations, and like Kamino with like the cloning facility, and then you see like the Star Destroyers coming in from the just on the horizon, and then they blow it up. It looked amazing. Like, and that's the one thing that I will agree with, is that the cinematography looks absolutely terrific in that sequence, and seeing everything blow up and leaving that twist, it made a lot of sense, because if you're going to make a 2-part finale, you got to leave a cliffhanger. So I thought the cliffhanger was well handled. Crosshair, I will absolutely say, was written perfectly in this episode. The twist with with him removing the chip, I was like, oh shit, like that to me was like okay, that's new. And I like the way, because now that he has no chip, he feels like he was abandoned. Like the Bad Batch basically just told him to fuck off, because to him, he feels like they just told him, no, screw off, and you feel like that just overall emotion of, but I'm willing to give you another chance that you didn't give me. And the interactions between Crosshair and Hunter in this episode was done well as well, particularly with Hunter being like, hey, look, this isn't you, and then he turns around like, oh, no, this is what I've always been meant to be. And just having that, kind of contrast to both of them, because it kind of is like a comparison to like their ideologies at this point, because Crosshair at this point believes that they should not be nomads, like they shouldn't be like these guns for hire, like on run, like they need to, good soldiers follow orders, essentially. And Hunter's like, well, no, this is not for us. And he's like, well, why are we doing this for? The Republic? And he's basically like, well, it's dead. The Republic's no more. The Empire is where we belong. And Hunter's like, no, this is not what we were designed for. And you have that just, and especially the fight sequence towards the end where there's like a ton of, the droids and again, going back to coming full circles, in the first episode, you see them battle these shadow troopers, prototypes. Hunter and Crosshair duking it out while at the same time, they're dealing with the droid. I'll just call them droids essentially because that's what they kind of are, but we'll just call them prototypes. Taking them down, I thought that looked really cool. And just in general, I think the characters are very likable. Omega definitely brought her A game this episode, and I will. She's the Ahsoka of the show. Granted, she has her moments, but at the same time, every character is going to have their moments sooner or later where it's like, all right, really? But, and especially now that we're getting a second season, now Omega is going to have time to grow. Because if this was only one season, then it's like, well, she was an okay character, but she wasn't like a standout. And if they continue the way they're going with her, then then it should be, I'm not going to say she's going to be one of the greatest characters ever, but she's definitely going to be one of the better characters. And you kind of see like the weight that she's kind of carrying here, because like she's mainly focused on the mission, like kind of like guilt in a way, which I thought that was pretty well handled as well. And I think it also as well, I just think everything it flowed together really nicely. And this episode just overall, like it kept me invested throughout the entire thing. I don't think I have a real issue with it because it's just like one of those episodes where it just hit off on all cylinders. It just worked. So those are all my positives.
Okay. And yeah, I can do nothing but echo everybody here. I'm glad they went ahead, because they took Lama Su out. Whether they showed it or emphasized it or not, he got taken out last episode, and they got all the scientists and stuff off the station to use for the Imperial's cause, and finally destroying the facility. I've been waiting on this actually because as far as legends went, that's what happened.
I think Lama Su survived. I don't think that male version. I don't think he survived.
That's what I'm saying. That's Lama Su.
Prime Minister.
That's Lama Su.
Yeah, that's Lama Su.
The male guy. The male guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. We see. We see the truth.
Says she's the lady.
Yeah,
Well,
Lama Su is the lady.
No, Lama Su's the lady, but she's Lama Su's the guy. Ton Wei's basically was a second in command, but she was not the head scientist.
Mm-hmm.
The one you're thinking of, I can't think of her name. I'm gonna be looking for it here in a second. But yeah, in the last episode, we saw the troopers left behind. We saw the doors shut. We didn't hear the blaster fire, but that's what was being insinuated. That hey, we have no more use for you. You're done with. and they're trying to cover their tracks as far as the cloning goes, because now they're on Palpatine's orders. Hey, Commander Data, how you doing? Good to see you. And I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. I appreciate it greatly, and I know everybody on the panel does too. But there was a lot of stuff that still needed to come to a head with this season, and they tried to wipe it out. They're trying to wipe it out in 2 episodes, and that was Kamino, or the Kaminoans, and Crosshair. And they pretty much wiped out the Kaminoans. And now the next episode, they're trying to escape, and they're going to have to deal with Crosshair. But yeah, I enjoyed the crap out of this episode. And with that being said, I know this is going to be a pretty quick round. We're going to move on to what we didn't like about the episode. And Danny, would you mind starting us off?
There's not a whole lot that I didn't like about it. Trying to think. That was really challenging. I liked everything, bro. I would have liked to see maybe we could see them at least get into that platform that takes into the tube. I would like seeing that, because probably if I had to guess, next episode they'll be getting on a ship or already made it to their ship in hyperspace somewhere. I just would have liked maybe seen to know for certain that they did in fact get away, and then they made it to the ship at least, and they could have cut it off there. But other than that, that's being really nitpicky. Other than that, nothing else I really didn't like about the show.
Okay. All right. Chris?
My biggest issue is Crosshair's extreme allegiance to the dark side. Not dark side, but the Empire. Is that he seems to have wholeheartedly bought into this, when he should be seeing the stuff that's going on around him. I'm not even talking about the Empire and taking over the different planets and systems, and I don't really think that matters to him. That's not in his wheelhouse. It's not, it's below, or it's above his pay grade type thing. He's not worried about that. He's a soldier, and I understand that as a soldier that there's an appeal to the Empire, but he also is obviously a very, very smart clone or soldier. And you would have thought by now he would have seen what was more than likely going to happen to the clones. And for anybody to believe that they're going to be the elite 1 or 2 that they're going to just keep around because why not? We'll just keep these 2 clones around because, whatever. For him to think that way seems really not like him. He seems more like a mercenary. So what Hunter is offering him seems to be more what he wants. Yet he's sitting here fighting for the Empire. He also says, "You left me." Well, I'm sorry, you didn't give them any reason to think that at that moment that you would join them or something. No, it's obvious that they didn't leave him. They had nothing else they could do at that moment. They didn't know they were dealing with somebody who had removed his inhibitor chip and might actually listen to reason, which I think he'll listen to reason because they're trying to kill him now. If he comes out of this in the next episode not fully committed to them again, or at least in a sense, I'm going to stick with you guys because obviously they're going to kill me now, I'll be disappointed. But his wholehearted buy-in to the Empire just seems really, in a sense, forced to me. I can understand saying, hey, if they weren't trying to do any of this stuff, if he said something like, I've been given the opportunity to offer you guys a chance to, for them to wipe the slate clear, come with me. We're going to be the elite team, special forces for the Empire. they need people like us because we need to train this new batch of soldiers, and we're different than the rest of the clones. They need us. I mean, if he had tried that, because he didn't really go that route, he said this is where we belong. Like, I just didn't see that coming. I don't think that was anywhere. You never felt like that was the thing. But that was just it just seemed really weird. It's not like I didn't like it. It bothered me in some way. So that was my big thing, is just that whole, where did that undying devotion to the Empire come from?
Anything else?
No, that's it. That is the biggest thing right there.
Okay. All right. Guys, car.
Yep, I'm going to be quick. I liked everything. I can't really nitpick at. There's nothing that really bothered me in the episode. It was a hell of a cliffhanger.
That's short and sweet. All right, Jason.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I wish they wouldn't have rushed it right there at the beginning. It's like right off the last episode, right? And they're already right there going for him. I just wish the episode was longer. I would have liked these last two episodes been an hour apiece if it should have been. But that's really my main thing. I would have liked to see more. But besides that, I mean, everything else is really good.
Okay. All right. Nendroid.
Okay, so I have two negatives. My main one is there was no Kamino uprising. So if you guys don't know, in canon, basically after after everything, there was like a special force of clones that was hidden that actually went out, and basically it was a huge war. Clone troopers against the Empire and everything. Like, people took sides, and then that's how the Kaminoans died, and it's like they just completely skipped that till now we see it already happen. Wish if we kind of got that, and maybe the batch were part of it. Who really, like, okay. And then Sid doesn't help them. I feel like Sid, I can echo Jason, like Sid or someone, maybe Rex, could have helped. But besides that, this episode was great.
Yeah, but Rex,
That would have made sense for them to have a special batch of clones that only they knew about, or some kind of way to override that chip. It makes zero sense then to put that chip in to have something that they could hit to make them side on with them. So
yeah,
that makes sense then, Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alternator?
Absolutely freaking nothing. The entire episode was great. So I have nothing to complain about.
All right. Well, I didn't have any problems with this episode. I'm finally happy that we started seeing everything starting to happen. Like I said, from the very first episode, this was going to be the slow burn, and that was definitely it. But I'm glad to see that it's finally coming to a head. Also, the whole deal with Crosshair, it's not necessarily a dislike, but the whole deal with Crosshair is going to be basically a longer version of what happened with Wrecker. They got Wrecker's ship out, and then a small spot of deprogramming, but they amped up Crosshair's ship. And then when it got damaged, and I'm supposing that they had to take it out if they took it out. But, we saw the scars there to prove that. Now, whether they operated it on it, fixed it, replaced it, whatever, the scars were there. If the chip is truly gone, then there's going to be a certain amount of deprogramming that has to be done, because he's been fighting for the Empire for so long now, he knows nothing else. Yeah, we know he's pissed off that they didn't come back for him, but at the same time, he's got to realize that this whole time he's been trying to kill them. Why would he? Why would they come back? You know, they've got to get this common sense through his head. But yeah, and those are just, they're not even nitpicks or bad spots to me. You know, being the fan that I am, I'm finally glad to see, in some form or fashion, you know, we all know it's not exact, but that that Legends itself is being brought to light a little bit more than what they had, you know, because, you know, most of us knew about, you know, the Kaminoans being wiped out. We knew, some of us knew that it was because of Palpatine and his cloning endeavors. And they gave him the technology he needed to go forward with it. Yes, Chris?
I was going to say, they did make very good, they made a point to say, we have the necessary equipment and research for the cloning process. So basically what they're saying is, we got what we need, and we got the important Kaminoans, or whatever, however long next. We've got the ones that matter. We can do this now. We don't need this. And I did like their direct reference to that.
Okay. Dylan, what's going on, man? Sorry I wasn't there the other night, but congrats on your victory. But don't get head over heels yet. But yeah.
So when do I get to come in on this and beat you all?
Oh, it's done over with.
Oh, that's right.
The last.
Enjoy your victory, because I'll take one-on-one whoever wins the whole thing.
Okay. I'm down for that, because I'm kind of on winning.
Okay.
I want the Legos.
I want Legos too. God damn it! All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe Ninja should
it's all good.
Have one more episode for people who didn't get a chance to play.
It also depends on time, because I don't want to make him change his time and stuff. There's that. But tell me, maybe we can.
Maybe.
But anyway, now we're at the final part of the show. We're gonna go around the panel. We're gonna give our grades on this episode and our predictions for the last. Danny, would you mind starting?
Oh, I'm going to definitely give this an A. I really don't have any predictions. I'm thinking they're probably going to go back where they feel safe, which will probably be somewhere at Sid's. I don't think that Crosshair is going to join them. I think there's too much history there. I think it would be kind of like their ally, whatever, whenever their missions or anything, or their agendas aligned, that he'll probably be somebody they can call. If they get in a jam, they may be able to send him a signal or something to help him out. But I don't think he's going to rejoin the group.
Okay. All right, Chris?
I will give this an A, a straight A. I don't give A pluses because it doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Mother was a teacher for my whole life. A pluses do not exist, so it's an A. But I think he will reunite with him. I think it'll be begrudgingly, but I think he kind of has to, because if the Empire just tried to kill him, where is he going to go? Now, at some later point, what they might try to do is he may say, I'm doing something and I'm going to go out on my own, and they may do split scenes between the one group and then him alone. They might do that. I just don't think he's going to leave, because if that was the case, he wouldn't have said the things he did say, which is, I'm going to give you guys a chance. Well, now he says he's going to give him a chance. If he realizes what the Empire just tried to do, because they knew he was there, he can't say that they didn't. he's going to realize maybe Hunter's right. Now, I don't think that's going to make everything peachy between them. I think he wants to be the leader. He is a leader. It's obvious he's a leader. So this will be a dynamic. It's not like like I said, next season, it won't all be, roses. I really do think that Danny might. I don't think Danny's exactly right, but what I think he's thinking, I don't disagree that that's going to be partially what happens. I think that Crosshair will be very much a person that if the group doesn't want to do what he does, he will leave. He will go do what he wants to do. If he doesn't like the plan that they go forward with to do a job or whatever they end up doing next season, then he's going to go and do it his way. I really think that. I don't think he's just going to blindly take orders from Hunter anymore. I think that's gone. He is very much his own person. So you're going to feel that tension between the two sides of this. I could be wrong, though. He may very well leave, but I don't think he's leaving the show, at least that much. But man, they have put themselves in a great position for a finale of this season, and at the same time, they're on a precarious cliff. If they can't knock this out of the park, literally, they've got the perfect fastball coming right down the center of the plate. And it's like it's going so slow that if you miss this and don't hit it out of the park, they've given themselves the perfect setup to knock this out of the park in the next episode. If they don't do it, it could screw the whole pooch. But I'm hopeful because this was a very, very good episode. So I think Crosshair begrudgingly comes back and is a part of the group when it suits him best. Whether that means he has his own ship or something like that and just follows them, I don't know. But I think that's the case. I think we're going to see a lot more. I think the next episode is going to be a lot of them against the Empire. They're going to get out of there, which I'm very excited to see is how they get out of there. And I think they're going to try to take the fight to the Empire. I think we talked about people who might die. I'm wondering if this admiral's going to die because he's right there. He's right near them right now. So if they get out of there and they go after him, that'd be interesting. Like get on one of the cruisers. Mm-hmm. That'd be a nice. That's a good finale, I think. Get them to where they take out that admiral. But I don't know. Okay, but that's it. A for sure, though.
Okay. All right, guys, Carl.
Definitely give it an A, no doubt. As per predictions, I think they're going to escape on their own shuttle because it was hidden away on that launch pad, and I agree with what Danny said. They're probably going to go somewhere they feel safe, and that would be probably back to Sid or somewhere where they know that maybe back to Rex. That's pretty much my prediction.
Okay. All right, Jason.
I give it an A. I gave what last week an A. I give it A minus. I mean, it's a little above A minus A. Predictions. I think somebody is gonna either Rex or somebody's. I don't think they're gonna be able to get out to that thing. I don't know how bad that Star Destroyer destroyed or that cruiser destroyed that platforms and stuff. Because it looked like most of the platforms were pretty much engulfed in flames at the end. So this could be a part where maybe Rex and them come attack. They have a little group that come attack that Star Destroyer, and the rescue it, and then that's how the second season they'll possibly join with Rex and because you remember, they saved Rex's boy, that on that last episode, and we never saw them drop him off or nothing. So it's what I was meaning. It really went from that, Crosshair and Hunter right there, and then they're going right after a Hunter. So After they rescue him, he might Rex might have sent his. I don't know what size of crews or what they had, but they might come, return the favor and possibly rescue him and probably maybe attack that Star Destroyer. Even what Chris said, that Admiral might get killed in there, and that would be a good way to start off the second season because you go destroy 2 or 3 Star Destroyers and the main Admiral. Guess who you're gonna have coming for you? You're gonna have Vader and Inquisitors and a couple. So that's to be possibly how the second season starts. So maybe.
I was going to say something. I would think he's obviously right. I think most of the known platforms are blown up, but they made I think the whole purpose of showing that ball go through the ocean or the sea there, and it does make it look like it's fairly far away from the rest of this stuff. I think that was a poignant cinematic try to show you that even while all this was going to happen, that ship may still be there. The problem is going to be getting to it. That's the biggest problem, I think. Because those seas are not the type you swim in.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I don't know. I mean, you could be right. I just
wanted to say
that.
they show the legs of their main base there getting destroyed and they're getting knocked over and it's going to. So I'm assuming all that tube work and all that's destroyed too. Once the
exactly.
whole
I don't disagree with that.
So because that was a long tube work from that thing all the way up to that thing. So once that thing collapses, that tube work is gone too. So I don't know. That would be a hell of a way to start the second season. You see Rex and maybe a small little rebellion group come here and they maybe take out one of them Star Destroyers and then it's hell breaks loose and so now we're involved. So we got to be. That's how they'll possibly to bring Vader, Inquisitors, or whoever else to go after them. Because if they just go hide to Sid, then it's going to be like they're just going to hide in especially if they just somehow escape and the Empire doesn't know they escaped, so they all think they're dead. So that's sort of like a dull ending. You gotta have something that's going to hype it up, something big to I just them go hiding in the or Sid's house or Sid's place instead of something major happening. So,
I don't think Sid's going to take him back with the issues that they're with what just happened.
Well,
yeah,
she's
or
taking
they're going
care
to
of Gregor right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying, but if they escape and Empire thinks they're dead, they think everybody's dead. So they think Crosshair and everything because they just blow up the whole damn platform. So I'm just saying they just go hide and they got to have something's got to happen to make it go into next season.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to come in to like I said, take out a Star Destroyer to piss off the Empire. The Empire's got to be pissed off for something to make it go into the next season.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah, like solid A. I'd say good solid A.
All right. Nindroid.
A solid A. Honestly, I still think one of the batch will actually die. And to be honest with you, I would be okay if Crosshair died in the next episode. Maybe he sacrifices himself, after he wakes up, he finally realizes everything. Maybe he kills the Admiral. That would be interesting. But I'm just really excited for next week. That's really it. I do think maybe Rex might come in and save them. Or something's gonna at least happen to tease next season. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is a good reason to point out to those people who aren't fully invested into either Star Wars or Star Trek. This is why Star Wars doesn't have transporters, is because these situations make it much more difficult to figure out how the hell they're going to get out of there.
Yes.
Because, it's easy in Star Trek. Beam them up. Sorry, I just...
It's all good.
Nerd humor. So great, isn't it?
And hello, Mama Bear. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's great to see you, as always.
Good to see you.
Okay. Alternator.
This episode gets an A. There's nothing to complain about. I think just everything worked. As far as predictions, honestly, I just want to see how it plays out. I'm not gonna make any bold predictions like, oh, Darth Vader's gonna show up, or oh my God, Han Solo's gonna make an appearance, or oh my God, Jar Jar Binks is gonna show up. And no, I'm honestly, I don't think any of those surprises are gonna happen. I think it's mainly just gonna be like they're gonna. Things
Oh,
gonna happen, but not to the point. Star Destroyer is gonna start. You know, like it's gonna do like those light speed skipping like type thing. You know, and then they're gonna take like Star Destroyer and they're gonna do the light speed skip with the Star Destroyer, do another Star Destroyer. Like I don't think it's gonna be anything that outrageous, but you know, I'm just hoping for something. I'm just hoping for an ending that works and it sets up the second season well. I just hope that it does not screw itself, essentially. So yeah, I give this an A, and I hope that next week's episode is great.
So, Austin, you're not still sour about the sequel trilogy, are you?
No, no comment.
It'll be all right. And myself, I'm in agreement with everybody else. I give this episode an A. Because like I said, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I know it's not textbook perfect, but it does still continue to fill in some holes that were left open. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's not right on the money, but at least there's now explanations happening. The very last episode, I've been listening to you guys, and I doubt they're going to Sid for one reason and one reason alone. They've got Crosshair with them. If they go to Sid's, if they go back to Ord Mantell and say he don't have the chip removed and he's just telling a bluff to try to catch them, they've got to play it safe. They can't go back to where they're hiding out, because guess what? Sid's in danger, everybody else is in danger, and then they just drew the Empire right to them. They're going to have to go hide. Where? Who knows? Even if they make it that far. They'll get off the station, off the platform, because they're season 2. It wouldn't be much of a season 2 without them. But still, that's just it. I believe that most of the episode is them just trying to get off and get away. If they engage any of the Star Destroyers, that'll be a complete surprise. But we'll have to wait and see. But with that being said, guys, we've got one more episode to go. So we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And before we take off with this evening, we're going to go around the panel one more time and let everybody know where they can be found at. Danny.
I am Danny, a.k.a. Comment Chat. You can find me Monday nights here on the Khaos Central and also on my channel. My show is called A Chaotic Conversation. Usually it's 5 or 6 questions. We discuss no specific topic, just whatever crosses my mind that particular day. Also, in about 30 minutes, you can catch me on Storms Live at Robert Storm. We'll be discussing that awful movie called The Suicide Squad 2.
It's not called The Suicide Squad 2. It's called The Suicide
whatever the fuck.
Squad.
Listen,
we all know that you have a thing. Listen, we know that you have a thing for Jai Courtney and that you're pissed off. And I can't say I disagree with you on that, but
I don't even know who the fuck Jai Courtney is. Who are you talking about?
What the fuck did they do to you this past week, man? Did they like mind probe you? Like zap the.
Don't know who that is. Sorry.
Captain Boomerang.
Hang on a second. Danny, did you ever see Terminator Genesis?
Yeah. No, I did not. Talking about the last one?
No.
The one before that. Terminator Genesis, when they go back and basically relive the first Terminator movie with slight differences.
I can't remember if I did or not.
Because
that.
Jai Courtney was Kyle Reese in that movie.
Mhm.
Okay.
He also is on the Insurgent series.
Yeah, now I am definitely pissed off they killed Boomerang, but it is what it is, man. I gotta talk for this shit.
I will say this: I watched the first 15 minutes, and I was at work, and I was like, I'm gonna just turn this right now. I have to find the right mindset to be in to watch this, because just the way it starts, I'm like,
let me just tell you this: don't spend your hard-earned money. If you got HBO Max, watch for HBO Max. Or if you got a friend that got HBO Max, ask them, can you get their damn code? Don't spend your hard-earned money on it. I'm just telling you that. Now, if you go and you don't like it, that's on you, because you have been warned. But see that talk with Dad about for the next 30 minutes. I'll be on Storms Live discussing that. So JJ, thank you. One more to go. I'll be back here next Sunday. I'll be going for another week, another training week after. So this came just in time.
All right. Chris.
Yeah, guys, Real Review 3000. We got multiple platforms we're on. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Odyssey, YouTube, of course. Lots of things we're on. I'm trying to get my Twitch built up, though, to 50 followers. It's not the end of the world if I don't do it in 2 days. I'm at 31 last I checked. But if you are on Twitch and you are not following me, please, I would greatly appreciate it if you go over there right now and look up the Real Review 3000 and follow me on Twitch to help me out. I'm not, even if it doesn't happen this time around, I have 30 more days to build up everything else, and I don't see a problem with that because I've been hitting the numbers every stream. The only thing that would be is multiple streams I have to do and the hours, which is not difficult. So I know I'll get there, but I just need your help with the followers. That's the main thing I got to get. Also, check out everything on Khaos Central. Just an FYI, with Khaos Central, I have finally gotten full control of the reins back. I have the admin account back to me again. Everything is back in my control, and we will be ramping things back up completely there. I'm going to talk to the person doing the fan fiction for Star Wars that's on there, and hopefully we'll get some more episodes of that up soon. I'm going to talk to Anthony about some of the things he might want to do. And at the same time, we're going to be tweaking the site and maybe changing some stuff here and there. I've got LDG Pixels, or LDG of Geeks and Joy, working on that with me. We're being aggressive with this. A lot of the stuff, both on this channel and my channel, a lot of it's behind the scenes right now. And the thing is you know, when you start working on a house, if you ever work in houses, Guy Scar can tell you this, the stuff that you have to do to a house is not always seen, but you will know it for years, and you will know that it's better. You know, a lot of that stuff is bones. It's the studs. It's the stuff. It's the stuff you don't see. And that's the thing, is that we are working on the structure of this channel and that channel, guys, and we're excited to have you here with us. Make sure that you sub to Khaos Central, pass it along, tell everybody about it, and sub to all these great people that come on these shows and help us make these things great. We are a community. We want to push community, and that's what we're about. Thank you, JJ. You did a great job. Can't wait for next week. I really can't. So
awesome. Thank you, Chris. Guys, Car.
Yeah, you can find me on the Basco Scenario, my YouTube channel. Just like Chris said, is on Twitch. I have the same thing going on, but my handle is skis_75 because that was my gamer tag back forever, actually. So I don't want to change my gamer tag for anything. It's unique, and I love it. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed to me on Twitch, please do. Also, every week I'm going to be having a show. It's called Cockpit Conversations, where I fly Microsoft Simulator, and I'm going to have a random guest fly along with me and my friend Ryan. It's a great conversation, funny guy, and always cracking nice jokes, man. So yeah, so please check that out. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. Thank you. Great job.
Awesome. Thank you for showing up. Jason, where can we find you?
What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason Lee. Jason Lee Tucker Statement. I want to thank JJ. Awesome show tonight. Awesome. One more to go. Like I said, Jason Lee Tucker Statement. We talk about indie wrestling, different things. Like I said, I got a show probably coming up the next few days. My friend went to an indie show here in Palm Bay area in Florida, so we're going to talk about that. And just probably have some random shows coming up this week. Kids are in school, so maybe have some random shows here and there. So check out. Good job, JD. All right. Great
All
show.
right, thank you. Nindroid.
You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, where we have Galactic Chat always on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure that you check out this last one. We're going to see who wins, even though I think it will be the host of the show. So yeah,
because I'm not there. I mean,
I'm just going to shout that
You ain't
out.
nothing, Chris.
Yeah, and I ain't there either.
A question. Oh, you see. Yeah. We did something on Vile Mics, and and now I know I didn't win that, but that was only because I missed one question that screwed me over. Outside of that,
See, with Vile Mike Stream, Chris, all right, I admit, no,
Here we
listen,
go.
I admit, you know, I'm a grown man. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Okay, I got confused on a couple of the answers, you know, because you know so much after a while, things get kind of boggled together. Okay, but
the way questions go, I understand that. And sometimes you're like, wait, what is he asking exactly? I mean,
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
you overthink it. I understand. So Nindroid's questions are easy, is what you're saying.
no. I had to come back and show I knew what I was talking about on Nindroid's show, and I did that. First go around, I did that.
Yep.
So, you know, I proved myself then. And if you ever want to do this, I'm pretty sure one day Nindroid will accommodate it. So,
Yeah.
don't ask for something if you really don't want it.
Oh, I want it. I want it.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
Listen, I am the first person to tell you I enjoy losing if it's a good battle. Listen, there's nothing wrong with losing when it's a fight and it's a good fight. I mean, really.
Well,
You know?
my only competition on the final is going to be Onzo.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's my only competition.
Okay.
And with that being said, last but not least, the social media man behind Khaos Central, the Oscillator man. Where can we find you?
Well, I got my own channel. You know what? I started to perk up a little bit today during the stream. So, you know, maybe I'll stream tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. Just depends on whatever the hell, you know, I feel like. Yeah, I just do a bunch of stuff. Like I said, with, you know, shit going on right now, it's not... My schedule's been pretty hectic, but hopefully I'll figure something out. Because I think my last day on my job is the week of the 20th. So hopefully after that, I'll have more of a consistent schedule at that point. But again, fingers crossed. When this next NFL season starts up, I might start doing some watch parties with the Browns. You know, I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe some game streams. I don't know. Just shit going on. Yeah, and I do the Khaos Central Twitter as well. So you know what? Just check me out everywhere at this point. Subscribe to everybody. Thanks for having me on, JJ.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. And last but not least, myself, you know, I'm JJ. You can find me a little bit of everywhere, but here at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight over on Honstar's channel, me and Chris Knight will be over there, or Chris Knight myself, should I say, will be over there hosting Jackbox Game Night for tonight. Anybody that's interested and want to chill out, play some games, come by and check it out. You might actually enjoy it. And with that being said, everyone, have a good night.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Peace.